Greetings and salutations, my excellent friends. Hope you're having a great day today. It's rainy here in Seoul, which means it's kind of crappy. But I got an email earlier this week asking me, how is it that I stay so positive? How is it that I'm able to focus and get on top of everything? Because when you think about it, I do quite a bit. We have the podcast, we have the blog, we have the vlogs, we have the travel videos, we have work, we have family, we have friends. There's just so much going on in my life, and it was a really good question. But how do I get around to everything, and how do I always just stay motivated and positive to get everything done? So I'm going to try to answer as best I can, as honestly as I can. So the first thing I want to say is that this is how it works for me. Everyone's different, and what may work best for you may not work best for me, and vice versa. So the first things being first is a while back ago, I realized that being happy is a matter of making choices, at least for me. So I choose to be happy, and while there are things that are unpleasant that happen in life, downturns, things that don't quite go to plan, rather than focusing on the negative aspects of those, I try to, if something is negative, acknowledge it. And I can be angry about it, I can be upset about it, but I try not to dwell on that, because in the long run, that kind of negativity, that kind of focus is detrimental. It doesn't really, help move things forward. And if you just get caught, just bogged down in the things that don't go right or the things that upset you, you start, at least, I think you start getting in that vicious circle, and you don't, look at things as big picture, or look at things in the future and what you can achieve. So if something upsets me, I may get upset about it, I may and then move on. So that's how I approach a lot of things. I always try to find the best thing in a situation, or the best thing in a bad situation. You take just the other day, I dropped my iPhone. Thankfully, it didn't get crashed, but a case that I love got busted up. And I was kind of bummed about that, because I really didn't want to have to go out and buy a new case. I was really struggling to find a case that I like. But we just got Joe's iPhone, and the matte finish glare screen thingy that is on her phone, with her glasses, it kind of like plays tricks on her eyes. So I went out and bought a new case for my phone. Win for me, and with it came a few new clear, brilliantly crisp screen protectors for her phone. Win-win. It's great. So that's how I look at life in general. It's a matter of choices. I choose to look at the positive things. I choose to be positive about most things. As far as making time for everything else, again, that is a choice. For example, tomorrow I have to go to work. I don't have a choice in that. I am employed by a university. I'm employed to teach. I have a responsibility to both the university and to my students, so I have no choice, but I have to go do that. It's something I enjoy doing. That's why I have that job. I go teach, and I have a great time doing it. But there are other things that I would like to do tomorrow. Maybe work out, have an extra cup of coffee, maybe spend some time on the computer learning Korean, maybe watching YouTube videos, maybe watching some of the programs I enjoy. Those are all choices that I need to make as to how best to manage my time. What is the most important thing for me to do in my free time? And that's how I go about my day. It's like William Shakespeare speaks the final frontier. No, that's how I go about my day. I constantly look at the things that are options in my life and prioritize them. Prioritize them. What is the most important thing for me to get done that day? Today, it was going to Costco to go shopping, because I need to get some things done. I'm not going to have time to do everything I want to do today, but I made choices as to what I needed to get done. So when it comes down to my, semi-professional career as a travel video blogger, I choose to make time for the blog. I choose to make time for the podcast. I choose to make time to make videos. These are all activities that I enjoy. I treat them as work, so I choose to make time for them. But there are times when I choose not to make time for them. If I start feeling that it's just becoming monotonous, or if it's becoming too much of a burden, I step back and I say, okay, I need a Steve day. I need some personal time. I need to go vegetate. I need to just relax. And that's okay. That's a choice. And that, for me at that time, that is the right choice, because I don't want to get burnt out. I don't want to, be doing something just to be doing something. I choose to do all these things because I really enjoy it. And as soon as it stops becoming fun, well, that's when I'm going to stop. But as long as I can stay focused and I find new ways to make it entertaining for me, I'm going to continue to choose doing that. But, there are times where, like in a couple of weeks, I have final exams coming up. So I need to spend a lot more time at school. I need to look at restructuring my class syllabus for the following term. What worked this term, what didn't, and apply that for the February semester. I need to submit grades. So my time at work is going to change. My responsibilities, or the ratio, is going to change. So I have other things I need to do there. So some of the things that I really enjoy will have to be shelved for a little bit. And one of the things is going to be the podcast. I'm actually going to be recording the last podcast of the year tomorrow. And, it's something I really enjoy, but I don't have time for it. But it's also a good thing, because when I come back to the podcast, I'll have a nice break. I'll be able to approach it feeling fresh and energized. And it's something that I'm really looking forward to do. So that's a long explanation, but that's the real explanation. How do I stay upbeat and fresh? And it's because I make time for the things I'm passionate about. And when I start feeling overwhelmed, that's when I take a break to reassess, to refocus, to look at how I can best manage my time. So, wow, that was a long one. So I hope that was helpful. If anyone else has any questions or suggestions on how to manage your time, please drop a comment down below. If you have enjoyed these types of videos on the vlog channel, please click on the subscribe button so you know when my next video comes out. Also, be sure to give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends if you know of someone who might benefit from this information. In a rainy Dongtan, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.